tutorial I will show the response of RC low pass circuit with ramp input in Multisim software. So first let us construct RC low pass filter. It consisting of two linear and passive elements. First let us take one resistor, where we can find a resistor here. So take the resistor of 1 kilo ohm and place it in workspace. Now let us take one capacitor, where we can find capacitor here in Multisim. Press this and you can see the capacitor, say 1 microfarad capacitor. Let us say 1 microfarad capacitor. Select it and rotate it, Control R. Now, so because the ramp input is not directly available in Multisim 12 version, so therefore for this purpose I take triangular waveform, where we can see here in signal voltage sources, where we can find triangular voltage. Place it in workspace. Since ramp is not available, so I take the triangular waveform. I use one cycle to show as ramp input. Now let us take one ground, where we can find ground in power sources. Ground, press OK and place it in workspace. Complete the connections. Complete the connections. So as you know that we take the output voltage across capacitor. Now the circuit is finished. So you can see that what are these specifications. That means this ramp reaches from 0 volts to 5 volts in a time period of 1 millisecond. So that is what you can understand from this ramp. Okay, the ramp, if you double click on the ramp, you can clearly see that the ramp finally increases to 5 volts in a period of 1 millisecond. So if you want to change the time period, you can also change the time period. For example, if you keep 2 milliseconds, it increases to 5 volts linearly in 2 milliseconds time period and quickly falls to 0 volts in 1 nanosecond, and the same cycle repeats. I use one time period of this waveform to take it as ramp input. Now, so let us now take 2-channel oscilloscope to see the input and output waveforms. So let us connect the input to the ramp input now, and let us connect the channel A ground to the ground. Channel A ground to the ground, channel B to the voltage across capacitor, and channel B ground to the ground. So these are the basic connections. Now in order to distinguish between the input and output colors, so let us select this output line and right click on this segment color. Change the segment color to any color of your interest. Let us take blue color. That means the output will come in blue color. So this is what we take. Now let us double click on this oscilloscope. Now, so you can see that the time constant of the circuit is, say, 1 into 1 millisecond. So now let us run this waveform. First let us check out what will be the nature of waveform. I need only one cycle because it is 10 milliscale. I change the time period, say to 1 millisecond, and change the amplitude to, say, amplitude of channel A to 2 volts and channel B amplitude also to 2 volts, and reverse it in order to change the background color of oscilloscope. See only one cycle because take it as a ramp input, and let us see this waveform blue color as the response of this circuit to this ramp input. You can see that it increases the time constant. You can see that the time constant is, say, 1 millisecond, whereas which is less when compared with the time period of the input waveform. Now let us make this time constant. So this is the response you can see. Let us further decrease the time constant and let us see the response. So first stop this and let us make the time constant, say for example say 0.1. let us say. Now what is the time constant now? You can see that 0.1 millisecond. So that means the capacitor quickly charges by the time when the input waveform reaches to 5 volts. The voltage across capacitor is almost equal to 5 volts because the time constant is very small. Let us see this kind of response. Let us run this and you can check that since the time constant is very small, as I said earlier, so by the time the input reaches to 5 volts, the voltage across capacitor is almost 5 volts, you can see. So that's why there is a small difference between the red one and the blue line, that is called as transmission error. I said earlier the input waveform here follows a parabolic path or a quadratic path, and later the blue waveform follows the red line input waveform with a difference of alpha RC. So now, so let us make the time constant large. For example say you keep it as 10 microfarad. Let us take the 10 microfarads. Now what is the time constant now? The time constant is now 10 milliseconds, which is very large when compared with 2 milliseconds. That means by the time the input waveform reaches to 5 volts, the capacitor voltage will be very small because its time constant is very large. Let us see this kind of response. You can see I have drawn these waveforms in my lecture. Now you can see this, by the time t is equal to 2 milliseconds, the input waveform reaches to 5 volts, whereas you can see because the time constant is very large, by the time it quadratically or in parabolic path, the voltage across capacitor increases. By the time it reaches to 5 volts, the voltage across capacitor will reach to a very small value. You can see that it reaches to almost, we say 0.4. you can see that it almost reaches to 0.5 0.45 something millivolts. By the time the input reaches to 5 volts, it reaches to only 0.5, approximately 0.45 volts. That means it charges to a very negligible voltage. So in this way you can better understand the response of RC low pass circuit for ramp input. When the time constant is very small, the voltage across capacitor charges very quickly. That means it follows the ramp input, and there will be very small transmission error between the input and output. When the time constant is very large, by the time the waveform reaches to 5 volts, the voltage across capacitor will reach to very small value, which is shown in this waveform. Thank you very much for watching this video.